You wrote the perfect prompt, clear, specific, well-structured. The agent still failed. Watch the window underneath it flood with junk until the answer rots. The prompt was never the problem. Welcome to AI Tech Book. Today, context engineering, the discipline that replaced prompt engineering, and the 6 moves that keep an agent's context window working for you, not against you. For years, the craft was prompt engineering, writing one good instruction. That still matters. But building agents exposed a bigger problem. The model doesn't just see your prompt. It sees the system prompt, the tools, the entire message history, retrieved documents, memory, every token in the window at the moment it answers. Context engineering is the discipline of curating that whole set of tokens. Anthropic calls it the natural progression of prompt engineering. Writing the prompt didn't go away. It became one slice of a much bigger job. Your real interface to the model is the entire context. Bigger windows feel like more room, but attention isn't free. The architecture tells you why. A transformer lets every token attend to every other token across the whole context. For in tokens, that's in squared pairwise relationships. That power is what makes context expensive. The model has a limited attention budget, and it draws that budget down as it parses more tokens. Context is a finite resource with diminishing returns. Windows did get enormous, 1 million tokens now in beta, but a bigger desk doesn't mean you should pile everything onto it. The budget is still finite. Spend it on noise, and there's less left for signal. Here's the uncomfortable finding. Researchers tested 18 frontier models, the ones you'd name, on how well they use long context. The assumption was that a model handles the 10,000th token as reliably as the 100th. It doesn't. Performance drops as the input grows, even on simple tasks. Anthropic puts it plainly. As the number of tokens in the window goes up, the model's ability to recall information from it goes down. The field calls it context rot. The fact you need it is still in there. It's just buried under everything else. Long context doesn't fail randomly. It fails in 4 named ways, a taxonomy worth memorizing. 1. Poisoning. An error or a hallucination gets into the context, keeps getting referenced. The model builds on a lie. 2. Distraction. The context grows so long the model overfocuses on the pile and neglects what it learned in training. 3. Confusion. Superfluous content, like a bloated tool list, pulls the model toward the wrong move. In one test, a model failed with 46 tools and succeeded with 19. 4. Clash. New information contradicts something already in the window, and the conflict drags quality down. Poisoning, distraction, confusion, clash. Curating the window starts with 2 things you set before the first message. First, the system prompt. There's a wrong altitude on each side, hardcode a brittle wall of rules, and it's too rigid, write a vague one-liner, and it's too thin. The right altitude sits between them, specific enough to steer behavior, flexible enough to give the model strong heuristics. Second, the tools. Every tool you add is more context, and one more way to get confused. Curate a minimal, sharp set. Anthropic's test: if a human engineer can't say which tool to use in a situation, the agent has no chance either. Fewer, clearer tools beat a big, bloated tray. Some context you can't set up front. It depends on the task. You control when it enters. First, just-in-time retrieval. Instead of preloading every document you might need, the agent holds lightweight references, a file name, an identifier, a link, and loads the actual data only when the task calls for it. The window stays light and the right context arrives when it's used. Second, compaction. When a long conversation nears the window's limit, you summarize what's happened and start a fresh window carrying that summary forward. You keep the thread without dragging every raw token along. Load on demand and compact when you're running out of room. On a long job, even a curated window fills. The last 2 moves keep context out of it on purpose. First, structured note-taking. The agent writes its key facts and decisions to memory that lives outside the window and pulls them back only when relevant. The working window stays lean. Second, sub-agent isolation. Instead of one agent holding state for a whole project, a lead agent spawns focused sub-agents, each with its own clean window. A sub-agent might burn tens of thousands of tokens exploring, then return a condensed summary, often 1 or 2,000. The lead never sees the mess, it gets the distilled result. That matters. Multi-agent systems use about 15 times the tokens of a chat. Isolation is how you afford it. Context engineering, in one breath. Context is finite. The model has an attention budget, and recall ROTS as the window fills. Curate it. Set the system prompt at the right altitude. Hand over the fewest, clearest tools. Control what enters, retrieve just in time, then compact at the limit. Keep context out on purpose. Memory outside the window. Subagents that return only the distillate. The best token is the one you didn't have to spend. The whole thing, one screen. Context engineering is curating the whole window, not just the prompt. Context is finite. An attention budget, and it rots as it fills. It fails 4 ways. Poisoning, distraction, confusion, clash. Curate the setup. Right altitude system prompt, minimal tools. Control the flow. Load just in time, compact at the limit. Keep memory outside the window. Isolate work and subagents. The best token is the one you didn't have to spend. That's context engineering, curating the whole window, not just the prompt. If this made it click, share it with one person building agents. Subscribe to AI Tech Book, one architecture concept, every episode. Thanks for building with us.